The line between fiction and reality is very thin. What's fiction today becomes reality tomorrow. Mobile phones, AI, smartwatches are all products of science fiction. And now, Saudi Arabia is thinking of creating a city that could surpass all science fiction, including Wakanda. Welcome back to Revolution Read On, a daily podcast where we break down one story from the world of business and finance. Click on the subscribe button to never miss an update from us. Here's your story for today. We've said it before and we'll say it again. Climate change is a big threat to our survival. The problem is so severe that even the world's largest exporter of oil is working towards solving it. And its solution? A futuristic, carbon neutral city with no cars and floating elevators. And its biggest dream? A 105-mile long skyscraper that will become home for over 9 million people. Imagine having that many neighbors. But wait, why house so many people in one building? Well, calling the line a building is like calling the Taj Mahal a cemetery. You're right in theory, but wrong every other way. The line is Saudi Arabia's version of a utopia, a perfect model city which will have, number one, perfect climate throughout the year. Number two, have no cars as all amenities will be within a 5-minute distance. And finally, preserve 95% of the natural surroundings by housing a lot of people in a smaller space. Impressed already? Well, picture abhi baki hai mere dost. The line is just a residency project. If you want to chill away from your 9 million neighbors, you have several options like Silver Beach, which will have marble instead of sand, and Trojena, which will have all year round skiing and mountaineering activities and an artificial lake. Or Oxagon, a floating port city that will innovate and research clean energy. This includes manufacturing hydrogen fuel cells and will completely automate supply chain and other transportation logistics to make sure we don't face another supply chain crisis. Now, you probably need a Gelusil to digest these tall claims. But Saudi Arabia is giving it its all to make its prince's dream come true. The country has spent billions of dollars on the city already in the last 5 years and plans to raise $80 billion more through an IPO. But so far, there's little to show for the money spent, and the project has had several human resource issues also, with lots of advisors and workers leaving. Why? Because the plans for this futuristic city keep changing, and planners are shamed for not spending enough money. Most workers want to cash in on as much wealth as they can from the oil rich city and wash their hands off the project. So, is this heaven on earth actually impossible? Are smart cities the wrong approach to achieving sustainability and a better way of life? Well, Saudi Arabia may have gone the way of the typical Bollywood ashik, promising you the moon and stars only to give you heartache. But realistic, smart cities are very much possible. And though they may not allow you to ski in all weathers, they can solve a lot of real problems. Let's take the example of Barcelona. The city has laid fiber optic cables all across to give citizens free Wi Fi all around. Not just that, it has used Internet of Things or IoT to manage street lamps, parking, traffic, and so on to save people's time and money. For instance, sensors in Barcelona tell you exactly which parking spot is empty so you don't have to drive around to find one. Plus, all parking tickets are online, saving a lot of time. Such efforts have helped the city save 75 million euros and create 47,000 jobs in the field of tech. Boston and Baltimore have also installed smart trash cans. Yes, you heard that right. These trash cans detect the kind of waste you throw and calculate the best and most efficient way to dispose it off. This may seem like too much tech, but waste management has become a major problem for the world. And it's not only cities with B that are making these revolutionary changes. Paris is also planning on becoming a 15-minute city. The idea is no matter what you want, it should be available within 15 minutes of walking or cycling distance. And here's an unpopular opinion. We would go with this option over the 15-minute delivery frenzy any day. Now, that's an idea that everybody who's ever been stuck in traffic can get behind. Bengaluru folks, we know your pain. Plus, imagine how this would reduce emissions, and this can be much more easily achieved through planned infrastructure development. What's more, this is a goal even a developing country like India could aspire to achieve. And it should. As we near 76 years of independence, we should try to make our cities smart and green as it can better the standard of our living, boost employment, and also bring in more foreign investment. So, why isn't Saudi Arabia taking this more laid back approach to creating a utopia? Well, because the country doesn't just want to better the lives of the people, it has an ulterior motive. You see, whatever the country is, it is because of its oil wells. But oil is so last season now. Nowadays, hydrogen, lithium, solar, and hydropower are the energy resources in fashion, which is why it is going the Dubai way, becoming a tourist destination which is always in fashion. While Dubai has managed to achieve this status by not setting impossible standards for itself, Saudi Arabia's pivot is seeming more and more impossible each day. And given the Evergrande crisis and the current global economic situation, the country may not find too many investors ready to invest in this near impossible infrastructure project. So, will Saudi Arabia's dream city ever come to life? Only time will tell. And with that, it's a wrap on your story for today. Thank you for listening in. We hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll be back with more tomorrow.